Like to say that he's the company's greatest asset and also its greatest liability.
How common is it for a co-founder to completely leave a company and not leave even 1 foot in the door, whether it's on the board or with a stake?
About time in this case. I think he should have left 2 years ago. Look, Travis is a brilliant entrepreneur. He had a great app, but somebody's got to run the company. I think at different times and stage you need a different leader.
2 years ago, before federal investigations, massive internal turnover, and before the connotation of the word Uber shifted from world's most valuable startup to the world's most dysfunctional startup, the company's board tried to allow CEO Travis Kalanick the opportunity to face reality and address his shortcomings as a leader. Contrary to Guy Kawasaki's description of how a great leader exudes optimism and listens to their employees, Kalanick operated by gut feeling and with a stubborn sense of how people should feel, not how they did. A company survey showed that about half the respondents had a positive impression of Uber and its convenient ride-hailing app. However, if respondents knew anything about Kalanick, an inveterate flouter of both workplace conventions and local transportation laws, they had a decidedly negative view. When the board confronted Kalanick with these results, the conversation became contentious. Kalanick denied that this was a cultural problem and blamed it on bad public relations. In this situation, and throughout his time as a leader, Kalanick demonstrated an inability to address his shortcomings, face reality, and change his mind. 3 essential qualities of a great leader, according to Guy Kawasaki. As time went on, Kalanick continued to get himself and Uber into
scandal for
scandal.
Uber. Its CEO caught on camera arguing with one of its drivers.
In 2014, Kalanick referred to his company as Boober because of his success with women as the CEO of Uber. The negative headlines, videos, and gaffes continued to pile up, highlighting his mistreatment of employees and a culture of sexual harassment. A common factor in all of these scandals was Kalanick's unrelenting combativeness. It is said that in a meeting, he would alternately impress and alienate employees, investors, and his board, turning friends into enemies. Kalanick did not make employees feel wanted, celebrate success, listen, or work to establish a culture following Guy Kawasaki's 10 rules. According to Guy Kawasaki, there are certain steps that great leaders take to establish a strong company culture. For example, they set and communicate goals and follow through until an issue is solved or no longer relevant. This is something that Kalanick failed to do by regularly missing or canceling leadership meetings and not delivering on his declaration made in a public letter to hire a chief operating officer. Kalanick lacked the humility to admit that people can perform a function better than he can. He thought that he was better than others and treated others as such, leaving them with powerful stories to tell of their experiences. Notably, it is important to express that Travis Kalanick is an influential entrepreneur who jumped the curve and curtailed what we know today as the gig economy. However, being an entrepreneur does not make you a leader. Oftentimes, it highlights who is a loser.